Welcome back to this short tutorial. In this episode, we take a look at the configuration of the Nova DSO Tracker software. On top of the page, on the right-hand side, you can find several buttons. Let's go through them from left to right. Fetch Missing Details will try to download missing object data, such as its magnitude, type, or size from various catalogs. If all queries fail and you have an established connection to Stellarium, the software will also check if it can find the information there. Download Configuration will load your configuration YAML file to your computer. You should always use this function before you install an update. To import a configuration YAML file, press the Import Config button. This will upload the file from your computer to the software, independent if you run it locally, under Docker or on a server. I will create a specific episode for the journal, but the Download Journal and Import Journal buttons work the same way as the configuration buttons, just with the journal files. Altitude threshold in degrees sets the min altitude an object needs to be in order to be considered for imaging. This will color the altitude value green in the main screen and sets the value for the observable time calculation. Remember the imaging opportunity function from part 2 of the tutorial? This is where you can configure it. Minimum observable sets the minimum of time an object has to be observable to be shown in the opportunity list. Min-max altitude sets the minimum altitude an object needs to reach at its maximum. Maximum moon illumination and minimum moon separation should be pretty self-explanatory. And the search months field defines how far into the future the software should calculate the opportunities. To add an imaging location, type in a descriptive name. It doesn't have to be the name of a town. It could also be something like, my imaging parking lot, or really anything that is clear for you. Important is just that you fill in the correct latitude and longitude, as well as the time zone. You can edit or delete locations here as well. However, if you want to use the journal function, I would highly recommend not to delete locations you use in your journal. Adding objects is not so straightforward, so let me talk you through it. First, add an object ID. Nova DSO Tracker will use this ID to search the Simbad database online. So yes, for that you need to be online and you have to use an ID Simbad recognizes. Press Search, and if the object can be found on Simbad, it will fill out RA and DEC right away. Continue waiting, because this was only step 1 of the online search. Now the software will check several online databases for information like type, magnitude, and size. If you have an active Stellarium connection established and Stellarium is running on the same computer as Nova DSO Tracker, it will be used as fallback if the other sources did not return any results. Once the remaining fields are filled, press the Edit button. This allows you to make changes, for instance to change the name. In case Simbad cannot find the object, you can use the Edit button to manually add an object. Now press Confirm Add and the object will be added to your list. You can edit or delete multiple objects in your list, just like the locations. After you've done with it, press the Update button, and all objects will be updated and stored in your config YAML file. And that's all there is in the configuration screen. Just remember to download your configuration YAML file before updates, or if you plan to migrate your software to another computer. As long as you have that file, your personal information can be used to create an exact copy of your system. If you find these tutorials useful, visit our Facebook page or subscribe to the channel. Your feedback is always appreciated. Until next time, clear skies.